Welcome to my channel Blossoming Books. My name is Siri. Please subscribe and hit the like button. This would be much appreciated and would help me out greatly. I'm doing a book haul today. This pile's from the thrift store and this pile's from eBay. So I was inspired by Nat, another YouTuber from Australia, and another lady, I think her channel's called the Mushroom Market. Nat had found some really beautiful books from an antique store, but I wasn't as lucky as her. So after just finding some things from Lifeline and the Salvation Army, I decided to go onto eBay and browse for some older books. So let me get started with the first one. It's called 1001 Symbols. So I'm just going to sit down for this. And okay, pay $2.50 for that. And I'll just do a quick flip through. Let me look at the copyright. So 2003. So what I understand from copyright in Australia, anything after 1955, you can cut out and use it in your own artwork, but you're not allowed to scan it and reproduce the image. So this would be really good for like astrological. It's all different pictures in here. This is a nice bright one, so just do quickly. And what caught my eye, oh, I just lost it. The reason I bought this was, I think, the Da Vinci Vitruvian Man. I lost him again, or looks like in the background. Here we go. I think that's by Da Vinci. I just thought that was really cool. Beauty and Grace. So I don't want this video to be too long and bore everyone. So and also the dragon, I love that. But I thought she makes some really good ephemera. Cut it out, maybe back it onto some craft paper. Okay, the next book is I think that's the author's name, Anne Marie Graham. Oh, actually, I remember now. When I picked this up, it was just all artworks by the artist. I think that's why she didn't have a title for the book. Looks like, where is the copyright? I'm trying to find that. Maybe 2010. And I think she's a North Queensland artist, actually from where I am from. And look at these beautiful, beautiful paintings. Maybe this is, maybe just more than, could be that's the author. Sorry, I was wrong. I thought it was the artist. And I think maybe it's a collection of North Queensland artists. Here you go, Port Douglas. That's near, it's about an hour from where I live. I live in Cairns. There you go. See? Oh, they're just so beautiful. I want to show you every single page, but that would just be too long. Look at these gorgeous pictures. I don't know if I could cut up this book. I might just keep it for a while and look at it. Oh, I'll just flip back. Oh, that's a really good photo of the train. Actually, I live near the train tracks, and this train goes up and down. I think they do two go from Cairns to Kuranda twice a day, up and then down. There we go. Right, and I think I bought this at Salvation Army. They charge, some stores the prices are different even though they're all Salvation Army. I think I paid $2 for this one. Okay, so Nat Williams, I think that's her YouTube channel name. She had some beautiful books. So when I found this, I thought, oh wow, I found something, but it didn't have like lovely embossed gold or any images here, but I thought maybe it'd be okay for a masculine journal. I mean, it is worn here. Let's see how, but I did like the map page here. There's the Indies. So let me have a look. First published 1955. So I would actually most probably be able to scan these images if there are any pictures in this book, but I think when I looked through it, it didn't have anything. And then maybe try to, I don't know, fix the covers up. It's a bit faded and worn some stage here. The looks like the linen's worn out. So if I'm talking a bit quiet, I've just had a cold and also just had an operation for an appendix, a rotten appendix as they called it. So just recovering from that. Okay, this one was an interesting one. It had a dust jacket on it, so it looks like a kid's book. And then I thought, oh, the cover's in really good condition, and I thought it would make a really, like, you know, kind of, I don't know why, reminded me of Alice in Wonderland, sort of crazy design, but they're, you know, so cute. And the pages are, I don't know, have a nice feel to it. Okay, copyright 2008. Don't think they have, oh, this is kind of cool. This is a page I keep and use. Other than that, there, these ones would most probably I'd use. The dust jacket I might use some bits out, cut out. This is quite damaged. I think I also paid $2 for this. This one's in a bit better condition. The Bad Beginning. I think this just make it interesting. I really love the I forget what it's called, the front page, but it's pity it's so stained. But maybe I can clean it up and then look like coffee stains. And they have these interesting deckled edges. And the paper in this is really nice and thick as well. I think there's some pictures in here. What's the copyright? These are all pretty recent books. First edition 1999. this page looks really good. This is a nice page to use. Like, I buy all these books and have every intention of using them, but sometimes so hard to use them. Of course, I make sure that that's not the only book in a, you know, the only copy in the whole world left. I actually have a love of books. I really been collecting books since I was a little girl. But some books are just really damaged, or there are a lot of copies around of it, and their covers are just so beautiful. That's why I actually called my channel Blossoming Books, because I think, you know, even though they might have bloomed at one stage, there's, you know, they could still evolve and continue blooming and blossoming. This was really good, and I only paid $1 for it. It was a really good score. I was really happy about this. For any, make a sewing journal. I didn't actually open this when I was in shop, so I think there'll be patterns in it. Looks like it hasn't even been used. This would make good pages. They're thin, translucent. Could leave them as is so you can see through. I think I've seen some people, I think it's Margaret Miller, I'm not sure if it was dress patterns or other papers, but like tissue paper, she uses a glue stick and you know, glues them together and they become a lot stronger. So that would be good either way. I think it was cheaper because this whole thing was damaged. This I wouldn't mind at all cutting up. It would be no problem. It's sort of just like a file, but some of the image is really cool. Have a look. 2008. Look at that. That's pretty. We can fussy cut her out. This one would be cute couples one. Maybe for like Valentine's Day or wedding. And some of these fabrics are really lovely. Yeah, could use this as a background page or even cut her out. I'd still use the top. I know it's glossy and some people don't like glossy. You could just use gesso. I think Nat Williams has mentioned that before. Lightly gesso. Pretty. Good. I thought she was really pretty. Actually, I was, you know, it's like having these fabrics. If you had similar fabrics, that would be really cool to just have that as a background page and have snippets of fabric, you know, glued or stapled together, little clusters. Oh, I'll just quickly flip through. I'm just taking too long. Really sorry about this. Hope that you guys aren't all bored. Excuse my throat. Oh, that's another cute one. Oh, I really like this one. It's pretty. Anyway, I really liked it somehow. I think this one you could cut out the image or maybe just use as a background page. I mean, the colors are still nice. And if there's too much, if you're journaling it, you could just cover the text with some plain paper or book or lined paper. And I guess you could, once, you know, if you used everything inside, you could cut it out. I mean, it's a bit dirty. You could clean it up and use it. Maybe take this section out, just cut it, and make like a big glue book out of it. Not that keen on the back. I would most recover it. This isn't too bad. As I said, I think the girl's really pretty, but I mean, if you just needed something, it's very, very sturdy. I think it's, you know, if you make a journal, this will last longer than if you're using like a cereal box. But I mean, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers make their cereal box a lot stronger and sturdier. So I found this, and actually about a couple of weeks ago I was thinking of opening an Etsy shop, and then just watching some YouTubers, and there was like some drama going on about them having to put on the listing free post, even though if they had to cover extra costs, they were to put it into the cost itself. So it says free post, but you weren't really getting free post. So that kind of put me off opening an Etsy store. I've been wanting to do it for quite a long time. Haven't really had the time because I'm also work, family, and I'm doing a bachelor course on fine arts and visual culture, but I've got about 2 units to go. So I thought, and now that, you know, I pulled out of 1 unit because I actually have another operation that I need to do, so I thought I'll just take the time from that and not have to worry about study. Now I thought, because I'm not working as much as well, just so I make sure I keep in good health for my next operation, that I thought, wow, this is the time to open an Etsy store. I think after that, you know, I've seen people's comments. I respect everybody's opinion, that it yeah, I mean, it's something, I guess I haven't sold on Etsy before. I sell on eBay. I'm used to how eBay works, so I don't know about Etsy. And eBay also encourages the sellers to offer free posts, and that actually, I think, bumps up your listings if you have that option. And if, yeah, and you're supposed, and eBay had said, I think this is years ago when they first introduced it, that you needed to put the price into your item, the postage price. Okay, there's a bit of hair. It's not my hair, but I picked this up because sorry, I got sidetracked about Etsy, because I felt like, oh, this needs to go back home, this book, because it's about the American flag. I hope I'm correct by saying that. Let me just have a look. Okay, publisher Chicago, Illinois. Copyright 1960. And some of these, this is just lovely. And I think this is a story about how the stripes came about. Looks like it's about Betsy Ross. So please leave a comment if you know much about all this. Hope I haven't said the wrong thing. Here we go. Flags at sea. Yeah, okay, I think I could safely say that's the American flag. I got a bit confused because of the different here, but I think it's how it's got evolved. Is that the British flag and Union flag or not? So if you know about this, please leave a comment. I'm sorry if I made a mistake. Anyway, here we go. We respect and love the flag. cover's still quite sturdy. It's lovely red. It looks like it's been painted. See, it's gone over the lines. Maybe someone hand painted this. And it was an old library book. And obsolete, to be destroyed. But I think somebody loved it enough to had bought this book, traveled with it maybe to Australia, and then maybe they thought, oh, it's time to pass on and donate it to a thrift store. Not sure. I'd like to know. It'd be interesting if books could talk, where it's been. Alright, now to my eBay haul. So I paid quite